Sisters and brothers, for this year, for the first time, I will share with you our understanding of ascension from a different perspective, from the mystical dimension of our Christian faith, a teaching which I believe is very new to you, and theologically and spiritually is heavy stuff. It can be very dry. Okay, so what is the grace of the ascension of Jesus? The grace of ascension is the divinization of our humanity. When Christ became human, He did away, or He annihilated the separation between matter and spirit. See, God's plan is not only to spiritualize the material universe, to make matter itself divine. Our individuality is permeated by the Spirit of God, and more specifically through the grace of Pentecost. So our life is a mysterious interpenetration of material experience, spiritual reality, and the divine presence. The grace of ascension offers us an incredible holy communion with God. We enter into the cosmic Christ. I use the expression cosmic Christ. I didn't use the term the historical Jesus, because after the resurrection, Jesus has become the cosmic Christ. We enter into the cosmic Christ. We enter into His divine person who has always been present in the world. And this is the Christ who disappeared in His ascension beyond the clouds, so-called into the skies, but not into geographical location, into the sky, up here, up there. Not into geographical location, but into the heart of all creation. In particular, He has penetrated the very depths of our being, and now we can act under the direct influence of His Spirit. Therefore, even if we drink a glass of water, even when we walk across to St. John Paul II Hall, it is Christ living and acting in us, transforming the world from within. From within. This transformation appears in the guise of very ordinary things, in the guise of our seemingly insignificant daily routine. This mystery of His presence is hidden throughout creation and in every part of it. And that faith reveals the Christ dwelling at the center and the heart of all creation, and of each individual member of it, is transforming it and bringing it back into holy communion with Himself, into the bosom of the Father. Therefore, the maximum glory of the Trinity is achieved through the maximum sharing of the divine life with every creature according to its capacity. The grace of the Ascension is the triumphant faith that believes that God's will is being done no matter what happens. It believes that creation is already glorified, though in a hidden manner, as it awaits the full revelation of the children of God. The grace of the Ascension enables us to perceive the irresistible power of the Spirit transforming everything into Christ, despite any and all appearances to the contrary. So, sisters and brothers, we may not know that at every Mass, in the acts of consecration, when the priests lift up the host, this is my body, this is my body, the whole creation is being healed, purified, and transformed into the body of Christ. That is a very deep and profound theology during the act of consecration. I repeat, the whole creation is being in the process of being healed, purified, and transformed into what? Into the body of Christ. It is very deep, this is very mystical, but this is happening. So, in the mystery, let's say, of the marriage, torn by dissensions, the loneliness felt by those neglected old folks in the old folks' home, etc. Whatever we see that seems to be disintegrating into grosser forms of evil, the light of ascension is burning, is still burning with irresistible power. And this is one of the greatest intuitions of faith by those mystical theologians. This faith finds Christ not only in the beauty of nature, in the beauty of art, in the beauty of loving fellowship and loving service, but also in the malice and injustice of people or institution, in the inexplicable suffering of the innocent. Even there, it finds the same infinite love expressing the hunger of God for humanity, a hunger that He intends to satisfy. Thus, in St. Paul's letter to the Colossians, chapter 1, he writes, St. Paul cries out with his triumphant faith in the ascension, Christ is all and in all, meaning now, not just in the future, now, here and now, not just in the future. At this moment, we can have the grace to see Christ's light shining in our hearts, to feel His presence within us, and to perceive in every created thing, even in the most disconcerting, the presence of His light, love, and mercy. However, sisters and brothers, in order to cultivate this grace of perceptiveness, attentiveness and sensitivity to His hidden presence in all things, in all events, always and everywhere. We need to practice silence and solitude in our daily lives. We need to cultivate purity of heart through the daily practice of Christian meditation. That is habit number 6.